And the hit pieces keep coming. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, Russell Brand, of course, faced some serious allegations recently. Very, very serious allegations of misconduct, assault, rape, etc. Really, really brutal stuff. He denies it all. And what's happened here is a coordinated reports. And it is coordinated because they've all released them at certain times from mainstream media outlets, newspapers, doing this investigative report. And there's also a film, or a documentary, it's a film, being released about this as well. So there's that. Pretty coordinated, pretty interesting. But then there's also just the news cycle in general. So Deadline are now posting ridiculous articles such as this. Russell Brand gets a standing ovation at Wembley gig as he defies the allegations. This is just another hit piece. It's another article to enter into the cycle which will generate more SEO based around Russell Brand and these allegations and turn the tide of people sort of against them, as it were. And these kind of hit pieces, this is part and parcel of what happens. It's the same with Johnny Depp, for instance. I'm not comparing the two situations specifically with allegations, but I'm comparing what the news cycle did. It was just repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, until essentially everyone believed it. So this is being hung, drawn and quartered in the court of public opinion. So let's check this out. Again, this doesn't need to be made, this article. It's just ridiculous, quite frankly. So Russell Brand appears, as if they weren't even there, a standing ovation at Wembley gig on Saturday night after he was accused of rape and sexual assault. So Brand performed his bipolarization show at the Troubadour Wembley Park Theatre and received a rapturous reception, according to a video published by the Mail Online. So he appeared on stage after an investigation by the Times of London, Sunday Times and Channel 4 allegedly raped and sexually abused 4 women between 2006 and 2013. Brand denies the allegations and said it was part of a coordinated campaign by the mainstream media to silence him. So Brand is reported to have told the Wembley crowd, I love you, thank you. There's some things I cannot talk about and hopefully you appreciate that I'm going to give you everything I've got. So a woman was pictured at the event holding a sign that says, we stand by you, Russell, stay strong, stay free, we love you. And earlier, Sky News carried footage of Brand entering the gig. So, look, again, Mail Online, this is the article from the Mail Online. Why are they even doing this stuff? Why is this part of it? Why should it be? This is the thing. What? Police urge victims to come forward as Russell Brand is accused. That's interesting. Interesting stuff. So this is the sort of video. Let's have a quick watch. Standing ovation. Yeah. Yeah. Good on him. Good on him for that, at the very least. But this is what I mainly wanted to discuss, is this news cycle that happens, this absolute nonsense news cycle that occurs non-stop when these things have happened. Again, this Channel 4 documentary airs. Russell Brand's rape, sexual abuse allegations. Comedian appears on London stage. How many articles do you have to make? This is 4 or 5 now, all from one website within mere hours of one another. So Channel 4 aired a documentary called Russell Brand in Plain Sight. Now it's funny because for this to be true, for these allegations to be true, and for this entire situation to have gone down the way mainstream media is suggesting, it also has to be true that people knew about this and sat on it. Now, I'm not talking about the people that allege it. I'm talking about the journalists that had to come to the accusers and get them to say that this happened, because that's part of it. These individuals did not say anything until they were coerced into it or questioned into it, revealing this stuff. So you really do have to question, what on earth was going on, why these people knew about it, why now, why are they saying, why are they coming forward now at this point in time, both the accusers and also mainstream media. All these things have to be looked at with a critical eye. But anyway, so this 90-minute catalogue of allegations against the comedian, it's a 90-minute hit piece turned influencer, including rape, sexual assault, and abusive, controlling and predatory behaviour. 4 women spoke on the record, retaining their right to anonymity. One woman explained that as a 16-year-old teenager in 2006, she began a relationship with 30-year-old Brand, who became controlling, abusive, over the course of 3 months. So another woman detailing allegations of being attacked in 2012 by Brand at his home in LA, while a third claimed she was sexually assaulted by the comedian, also in LA in 2013. A fourth told the programme Brand had allegedly exposed himself to her during his time working on Channel 4 in the early 2000s. So the documentary also revisited the book, there you go, published by Brand's former girlfriend Jordan Martin, who wrote a book detailing an alleged assault by him. Martin told the documentary she didn't wish to take part, but stood by her account. So that's interesting, isn't it? Channel 4 said at the start of the programme that the Dispatches team had been investigating the comedian since 2019. Oh, that's interesting. Since 2019, eh? When he started talking about COVID. Oh, right. Including speaking to hundreds of people working in comedy, show business and the film industry. But again, this is part of it. If they did speak to hundreds of people working in the comedy, show business and film industry, then that means everyone knew about it. You can't sit there and, if this is true, you can't sit there and condemn Russell Brand and simultaneously not condemn everyone that's also been spoken to by the Dispatches team, because they all knew apparently. So the documentary was aired on the same day as the Times of London published its own expose into the comedian's treatment of women. The paper has been working with Sunday Times at Channel 4. Yeah, so it's a coordinated hit piece. Brand has rejected all allegations against him, saying in a video he published on Friday that while he had been promiscuous during this period in his life, all his relationships have been consensual. He said in the video that the allegations were all part of a coordinated attack. What it was. To bring him down due to his huge fan base and influential position in counterculture. It does seemingly look that way. At the same time as the documentary was being aired on British television, Brand was on stage at London's Troubadour Wembley Park Theatre, where he performed in front of thousands at a long-arranged sold-out gig. The comedian was greeted by cheers, with one woman holding a sign saying, "We stand by you, Russell." This is what I've already said. Yeah, this will be fascinating to see what happens. But it is a coordinated hit piece. These hit pieces just keep coming. Like, you don't need to write an article saying that he appeared at a sold-out gig that was sold out months ago. That is nonsense. But it's this effort, and this is why it looks like a coordinated effort from mainstream media, because this is mainstream media pushing the SEO. So the only things that come up when you search for Russell Brand are numerous reports. He did this, he did that, he did this, he did that. So literally, Russell Brand, sexual assault, that's what comes up on SEO. It's ridiculous.